Alrighty, welcome back to Sharp Customs. Sunday, it's the 19th of November. It's late, as usual, for Sharp Customs. Share, like, subscribe, don't forget. Hit that notification bell so you know when we're here. Little update. We're going to get into a few things. I'm not really sure. I just wanted to throw some content out tonight. I'm just going to kind of wing it tonight. Not really. I never really plan anything. It's just the spur of the moment when I kind of feel like, you know, getting the camera girl, my lovely wife, to pick up the camera and just go for it. So, our last video, we talked a lot about this new project, and we are going to do some talk about it, but I got a few other things that, you know, have happened here at Sharp Customs in the shop, and I'm just gonna kind of wing it, and we're gonna go through it. The 52 Chevy, we did do some work on the Corvette. Obviously, you know, that's the bread and butter. And we do pick away at, you know, our own stuff. My lovely wife, the camera girl Karen, she's been working on installing this. Look at this. This is gorgeous. We picked this up, Amazon. It's got the shroud, the fan, 3-core radiator. Should be good enough. She's made the lower mount. It's going to sit something like this. She's working on the front bracket to come up. I'm just kind of, you know, showing you. It's just gonna come up. It's gonna hook on the top. It's gonna attach to these little pieces. Then the other piece can go in front here. That's pretty cool. Something else I got her doing that I haven't mentioned was I wanted to put wide tires on my Rayco Jackrabbit. And the Rayco Jackrabbit, it normally has these little skinny wheels, and of course the bearing is encapsulated within. I made these alloys. Everybody knows that if you've watched the videos. Got this little brass shoulder bolt, goes through the bearing, bolts to the spindle. Look at that tire. That tire is worn off. Pretty weird. But the skinnies are okay for the Jackrabbit, you know, when you're off-roading and, you know, thrashing it. I wanted to do more of a kind of an asphalt, you know, pavement-looking car. Ovals, road course, you know, whatever. So I could race it with the Super Modified 2. I'll grab this, I'll pull it down, because I showed it. So we got the Jackrabbit. Oh, these things are heavy. Look at those nice wides on there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Nice wides. Here, we'll do a little comparison. Here's the Jack. Look at that. Wheelbase is almost the same. We got the GT40, we got the Jackrabbit. I'm just going to throw this aside. Here you can have a little look. It's got a nice stance, nice wide. Should work good. But anyhow, we had to make hubs for the front of this. Not bad. Now, you saw us pour the slugs to machine the hubs. And what most people don't know is I made the first one. Here's one here. Here's a hub. Goes on so you can put the nice wide tires. Spins nice and true. I just want everybody to know that the camera girl, she's been machining on the lathe. She did me a bunch of sets of these. That's pretty cool. Just wanted everybody to know that. I got a couple here. They're not the prettiest, but you know what? They spin true. They're quite functional, and that's really all I care about. We got some more slugs. She's going to do some more machining, and we're probably going to do another set of 4. Not for fronts, we'll do fronts and backs. That's pretty cool in my books. Now, my quarter-scale trucks. I did post them again for sale. They are still for sale. I'm going to pull this one down if I can without dropping it on the floor. These ones are pretty big. And basically the only reason I brought this down, so you can see how big it is. It's like 46 inches. We're going to put it beside the, look at that. We're going to put it beside the GT40. Kind of goes to show you how small a GT40 is. That's pretty crazy. Look at the dust on it. It's been sitting up there for a while. Kind of wish I could move this one, you know. Sell it. Get it out of here. I'll just set it on the floor. We'll set it right behind the Rayco. There we go. This one's just got a static chassis under it. Yeah, so let's move on over to this GT40 body. Not sure if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. I wanted to pull that out. I found something. I looked for it probably 6 months ago. I went through my whole garage looking for something. This thing is an artifact. And I want my viewers to see it. I'll grab it. So, I made this thing so long ago. You all seen in the home-built Chevy truck up there with the 50cc pocket bike motor. You got to see it go. Works pretty good. Needs a little bit of TLC. Needs the paintwork finished. But you get to see my grinder differential. So when I was in the process of building that chassis, believe it or not, I was looking for this little unit. Now, this is just nylon. I'll pull the pot cover off. This is like a mini differential. Check that out. It's a 3 ratio. So for every 3 times this spin, this turns 1. Now, let's look inside. Look at that. I made this thing so long ago, and this is the differential I was going to actually put in that truck, but I could not find this. This to me is an artifact because I made this about 20 years ago. And it was in a box, you know, upstairs in amongst other things. I just thought it was a pretty cool thing. If you want to know what the gears are, so if you want to, you know, try and make one of these things, instead of using a grinder like I did, the grinder works great, don't get me wrong. But these gears were actually out of a self-propelled lawnmower. You can find these gearboxes in the front of those self-propelled lawnmowers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can even find some with a little reverse lever. just wanted to put that out there for the DIY people. That's where these two gears came from. The crown and pinion. Made a, yeah, miniature differential. Could be used for a quarter scale. I probably will use it for, you know, maybe one in the future. Let's go back to the GT40. So, as you can see, I've been doing not a lot of work on it, but I have been, you know, getting everything filled in. I got the top. I got some filler on it. Obviously, I have marked out where the doors will be cut. Obviously, I made templates, paper templates, the same as this one up front. Here, I'll pull this tape so you can see how I do this. When I do some filler work, I always like to masking tape off the area that you know, that I want to kind of save. So there you go. There's the line for the whatever you want to call it, the front hatch. This will be removable eventually, and of course, same thing. Made a template. That way, if I have to do some filler work in and around it, which I do, you can see that the 3D print, you know, it needs some filler work. It needs some sanding. Okay, I'm lying. It needs a lot of sanding and a lot of filler work. You can see I've boxed in the headlights just using some 1/8 thin plywood. These were a little tricky to do, you know, getting them. I want everything so that when I pull the molds, there's nothing to you know, to bite. So everything's got to be beveled. Still got lots of work, lots of molding, lots of sculpting. The windshield, I will probably put some more of these pieces of plywood. That's what it is. It's plywood, cut, notched. I got the lip for what could possibly be your, you know, your windshield. I'll probably put a few more of these sticks in here, and then I think I'm just going to use thin aluminum to cover this. Now, this doesn't really need to be there. I just like to cover it in because when I do my mold, you know, you could leave this out and you could just, you know, you could just put the fiberglass. You could just feather it in over the edges. To me, it's kind of messy. A few of these little things, like this little scoop, this little air inlet. I probably won't be molding that down in there deep. I'll probably block this off. It will just make the molding process a little easier. Same as this vent. This vent has just a little slight inner curve. I'll probably recess it. I'm going to try and keep this one the way it is, but just pull it outward just a wee bit. Make the molding process a little easier. Of course, the whole thing eventually will be covered like this, probably with filler. Here, I'll show you the inside so you can see, you know, basically how I'm bracing it. Lots of hot glue, lots of sticks, lots of lumber. Use little bits of plywood, little bits of pine, just, you know, whatever's available. Got all the back blocked in. Most of this stuff, once it's all sanded, prior to pulling molds, let's say that, like, this will be a one-piece mold off the back. This stuff will be either, all these little sharp edges will either be filler. I was almost thinking I might use my putty, just to putty them prior to molding. I like putting flanges around the wheel wells, you know, wherever I can put a little bit of flange to create, I guess you would call it rigidity. Not sure on the windows yet if I'm going to keep, there's a little flange here which would have been where you installed you know, the window. Almost thinking I'm gonna 86 that. I'll just make it just the window opening. That would make it a little bit easier. That's like filling the roof here. I had to do so much work on this roof because it was so warped. I'm getting it. It's so close now. You know, when you look at, you know, when you start one of these projects and you do a little bit of the research and you start to look at pictures and whatnot, there's like, you know, there's corners I can cut, but there's certain areas where I don't want to cut corners because it's, you know, they're main features of the vehicle. This slight curve on the roof, basically it's so little this way and so little that way. I'm more concerned with this front section, but that right now is pretty darn good. Of course, you can see I've laid out the windows. That will all be done. Basically, I'll do the same thing as I did up front here. I will masking tape this out, put a light layer filler just to you know, make the tops of the doors stand out so they can be cut down the road after the molding process and the first vehicle is pulled. You know, obviously there's going to be some sacrifices made in the process of doing the first one because, like I said, I would like to establish a inner monocoque to hold the center structure, you know, so we can flip the back, flip the front, maybe, you know, opening doors. As much as I would just like to do it as a one-piece shell like the Chevy truck, kind of want to take this one little step forward. So there, you got to see it. This one measures out 41 inches, nose to tail. It's going to be probably, I'm hoping within the next week that I actually get this sprayed in primer. I have to order materials to do my layup for the molds and stuff. Not a big deal. Probably do that this week, but there is a lot of fill work. There is a lot of sanding. Picking away at it. I didn't even think that I was going to start on this soon, believe it or not. I really did not think that, but you know, when it's in front of me and it's a quarter scale project, it's like I'm all over it. I'm all over it like, you know, white on rice. You know, it's just it drives me. As far as the other work I do, I still do all the other work that I need to do. And then my evenings, I spend most of my time, you know, dicking around with this stuff, man, because why? Well, why not? Because I can, you know. And I'm not the type of person that just sits in front of the tube, you know. And no, I just go. That's what I do. I go to sleep, I get up, and I go again. That's just the way we do it here at Sharp Customs. So, till the next video, share, like, subscribe. I hope you like what you see. Comment, you know, hit that notification bell. I think I already said it. I'm not going to say it again. But until the next video. Later. I'm out.